music news, guilty pleasures, and an interview with stars. All this served hot and fresh with a side of the sneak peek tomfoolery you love so very much.
So welcome to Sneak Peek.
Entertainment the way you want it. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Like we said, we've got a great show for you.
To kick it off with a bang, we've got a super-powered edition of E-News.
Complete with spandex costumes and stuffed cod pieces.
So, faster than a speeding bullet. Take it away, James.
E-News. E-News. E-News.
Hello, I'm James Stevens. And in case you're wondering why that intro was so action-packed, it's because tonight, E-News is all superheroes. That's right, action-packed to the max, with a little bit about writers, but mostly about superheroes. So don your Superman cape, and let's go. In Justice League news, Teresa Palmer, the Wonder from Down Under, may have the lasso of truth. Yes, that's right, our favorite Australian may be cast as Wonder Woman in the new Justice League movie. I can't wait to see her. You want more superhero news? Well, I guess I have a little bit more for you. In a spin-off from the Justice League, The Flash, a director has been named. David Dopkins. Yes, the man who brought us Wedding Crashers and is bringing us Fred Claus. Will be directing The Flash. As for who will star as the one and only, apparently Adam Brody is hot for the spot. Although there is much more contention and more news to follow. You want more spin-offs from the Justice League? Well, I've got one for you. The Green Lantern. It's going to be directed by Greg Berlanti. Berlanti, you may ask? Not very many people know. He's never directed a movie with a budget over $1 million. It should be interesting to see a young, fresh director step into the roles of a major motion picture. Now, as to who's going to play the Green Lantern, I've got a little treat for you. Can you say Common? Because I can say Common. Oh yes, Common may be the Green Lantern. He's been seen at casting sessions, and if I know my Common, he'll get it. Back to you guys.
Thanks, James, for that super exciting segment of E-News. You know, I got invited on Facebook to attend this concert for a group called the Ransom Notes. Having never heard of them, I asked around and found out they're one of the hippest a cappella groups around. Well, as hip as an a cappella group can be. Here with more info on the Ransom Notes is the lovely Lauren. Do your thing, girl.
Hello all. Now, in true sneak peek fashion, we're going to take an inside look in the rehearsal of the Ransom Notes, UT's very own a cappella group. They have a concert coming up on Friday, so let's go take a look inside their production process. I'm really excited. Let's go. also are one of the members of the Ransom Notes. Now, can you tell us about your concert and what you guys are going to do?
Sure. We have a concert on Friday, November 2nd, and it's at 7:30 p.m. in Jester Auditorium, A121A, and it's our first concert of the year, and we have 4 new members in the group, so it's kind of their first debut concert, I guess, and we're going to be singing just a bunch of our favorite songs that we've been doing a couple of the songs for about a year and a half. We have a few new ones, and it's going to be a really, really good show. We're expecting a really good turnout, and we definitely want everybody to come.
All right, pretty exciting. So be sure to check out the Ransom Notes tomorrow at the Jester Auditorium. See you there.
Thanks, Lauren. I know I'll be there to check out the show. You know, I almost auditioned for the Ransom Notes, but once I learned that there was nothing illegal involved, I just lost interest. Go figure. Speaking of criminal activity, we've got Katie and Christy with Guilty Pleasure, all about films that are so bad/awesome that it should be a crime to love them. Take it away, girls.
There was a time in the late 90s, early 2000s when Hollywood seemed to be obsessed with making high school themed movies. Movies like She's All That, Get Over It, and Bring It On all revolved around high school and all had one thing in common: cheesy lines to be repeated for years. Spirit fingers, anyone?
One of the things we like about these films is the faces behind them. You know, the actors before they were really famous, like Kirsten Dunst, Freddie Prinze Jr., Shane West, and my personal favorite, James Franco. And of course, Shane West and James Franco both star in one of our favorite cheesy movies, Whatever It Takes. It's supposed to be a modern-day Cyrano de Bergerac tale, but whatever, it's just awesome.
The movie is about 2 total opposites trying to score the woman of their dreams. Ryan, played by Shane West, has a crush on Ashley, the most popular girl in school. Of course, Ashley happens to be cousins with the most popular boy in school, Chris, played by James Franco, who has a crush on Ryan's best friend, Maggie. Ryan and Chris are willing to do whatever it takes, including trading their identities to win the hearts of these girls. I won't ruin the ending for you, but like all these movies, the ending is totally predictable and, well, true love conquers all.
The thing about movies like this is you can't judge them for their intellectual content. You have to love them for how ridiculous they are. I mean, seriously, Colin Hanks takes a 40-year-old woman and her child to the prom. Ashley, the it girl of the movie, is caught in the shower shaving her upper lip. Her cool cousin gets tied to a bed wearing some controversial undergarments, and Shane West's character plays the accordion to play that funky music while shirtless, in his boxers, and wearing a cowboy hat. Seriously, who could ask for more?
If you haven't seen this movie, well, you've been missing out. If you can't remember, maybe the Titanic prom scene will refresh your memory?
If you're the type to analyze a movie for its artistic value, then don't watch this movie. But if you've had a bad day and need a pick-me-up, it's definitely a must-see.
That does sound really, really guilty.
But also quite pleasurable. Any situation with a man in his underpants playing an instrument is quite all right by me.
Yeah, pound it.
Yeah.
Anyway, something you should definitely not feel guilty about is knowing your movie trivia.
So, to test you on said movie knowledge, we've got Kristen with part 1 of our movie trivia segment. Over to you, girlfriend.
Okay, everybody, here's a little trivia for you. Who said marriage is like a tense, unfunny version of Everybody Loves Raymond? Only it doesn't last 22 minutes, it lasts forever. Start collaborating now. I'll have the answer for you right after the break. Answer is Paul Rudd as Pete in the hilarious comedy Knocked Up, who said, marriage is like a tense, unfunny version of Everybody Loves Raymond. Only it doesn't last 22 minutes, it lasts forever.
Oh man, I love that movie. You know, I saw a sneak preview of it last year at the Union, and everybody screamed out loud when they showed the baby exiting the mother. I'm still scarred.
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing, awkward. Any number of negative adjectives made me contemplate ever having kids. But Colin Farrell told me that if we ever got married, I would have to bear his children. So that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
You know, I totally agree with you, except the only man that I would procreate for would be Vince Vaughn. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Well, Haley, it's your lucky day. Christine has some juicy details on the man of your dreams.
Yes.
Enlighten us, Christine.
Thanks, guys. Vince Vaughn is famous for his roles in Swingers and Wedding Crashers. He is known as a funny guy that will always make us laugh, but most people aren't aware of how he got his career off to a start. Vaughn was born on March 28, 1970, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to Vern and Sharon Vaughn. He has English, Irish, German, Lebanese, and Italian ancestry. He grew up wanting to pursue a career in water polo after not graduating from high school. But after a severe accident in 1987, he gave up his dream and decided to pursue a career in acting. In 1988, Vaughn got his career acting gig in a Chevy commercial and decided to move to Hollywood to take it further. He had a lot of confidence at first, but after years of being rejected from role after role, he almost gave up. But in 1993, he landed a role in the movie Rudy. It was there that he met his friend Jon Favreau. At the time, Jon was working on the script for Swingers and thought that Vaughn would be perfect for his movie. Vaughn agreed to be in the movie, not thinking much of it at the time. In 1996, Swingers was released and became a very successful independent film. It was then that Steven Spielberg noticed him and decided to cast him in the blockbuster Lost World: Jurassic Park. After that, Vaughn's career took off. He appeared in The Cell, the remake of Psycho, and Old School. But it wasn't until Wedding Crashers when Vaughn's pay raise went from $3 million to $20 million. He's regarded as one of Hollywood's frat pack, which is a group of comedians that come out in the majority of films together. Vaughn is always known as the ladies' man, as he has dated his on-screen love interest Joey Lauren Adams and Jennifer Aniston most recently. On November 9th, Vaughn will prove to audiences how much he can make them laugh again, with his latest film, Fred Claus, which also stars Paul Giamatti.
And now moving on to another segment that I'm personally very excited about. We've got Drew with the scoop on the Darjeeling Limited, complete with an interview with the sexy and talented Mr. Jason Schwartzman. Delicious. Please share the goods, Drew.
I'm at the Regal Harbor Cinema, where we just got done watching the Darjeeling Limited, and currently Jason Schwartzman's in there answering some very poignant questions. We're going to try to get an interview, maybe not with him, maybe with some people who actually saw the film.
I want us to become brothers again like we used to be.
I loved it.
What was your favorite part?
Jason Schwartzman.
You're the two most important people in the world to me. This is incredible. Why haven't we spoken in a year?
Did you like Jason?
Jason's great.
Is he a friendly fella?
He's a nice guy. He's real sweet.
Did you pitch any questions
and I don't
to
call
him?
guys sweet.
Is that my belt?
What do you think of Darjeeling Limited? You liked it a lot?
I liked it a lot. I'm a casual Wes Anderson fan.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm not diehard, but I absolutely liked it. You know, I like...
What's going on? I don't know. I guess the train's lost.
What'd he say? He says the train's lost. How can a train be lost? It's on rails.
What'd you think of the film?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's a Wes Anderson movie.
Of course,
you have to love Wes Anderson. If you don't love a Wes Anderson movie, you shouldn't be allowed in a movie theater. Yeah, no, I mean, that's just basically the rules.
No, all I'm saying is it was going for this person, this person, this person, and then it got to this person, and this person went, so this person dove in to get this person's turn.
You don't love me! Yes, I do!
I love you too, but I'm gonna mace you in the face!
What'd you think of the film the second time? Did you notice anything different?
Yeah, there were a lot of little, like, subtle things that we noticed.
Did you watch the short before?
Yeah, we did.
You know, Leah, Drew, and I have many fond memories from going to see the Darjeeling Limited. Remember all those people in toilet paper?
Oh, yeah, and posing with that big cardboard cutout of all the characters.
Yeah, and how we took off all our clothes in a fit of joy after the movie and ran around the theater naked in pure, uninhibited enjoyment.
Actually, hey, Leah, that was just you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, moving right along, we've got some info on 5 girls who are the ultimate embodiment of girl power. Yep, you guessed it, the Spice Girls.
12-year-old girls and gay men across America pay very close attention. Spice up our life, Jen.
Hey everyone, so I'm sure you've all heard about the most talked about comeback this year. No, it's not Britney's hair, but rather the Spice Girls' Greatest Hits CD. For the first time in 9 years, all 5 girls, well, I guess you could call them mommies now, are releasing a Greatest Hits album, oh so originally titled Greatest Hits. This CD goes hand in hand with the world tour that the Spice Girls are launching in December, which sold out in 30 seconds, by the way. And the girls are hoping that the new CD will be just as popular. In keeping with the glamorous ideals we've come to know and love from the Spice Girls, the CD cover is bejeweled in different stones for each letter, all representing the girls' different tastes. Mel B, Jerry, Mel C, Emma, and Victoria all had lots of input in the album's design, as they each selected their favorite precious stone to represent them. The new CD will consist of songs from every CD the Spice Girls have released thus far, including favorites like Wannabe and Spice Up Your Life. But why go out and buy a CD with songs you've already heard? Well, the new CD will also have 2 new tracks entitled Headlines and Voodoo that the girls have been working on for some time now. I recently heard their newest single, Headlines, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit disappointed. I was expecting a big comeback song, something upbeat and fun, but instead they gave us an emotional ballad. I guess they're trying to be more mature, but in all honesty, I really hope that Voodoo lives up to its title. So when does this amazing bit of pop culture hit the mainstream? And where can you buy it? Well, that's what will throw you all for a loop. If you haven't already heard, the Spice Girls will do a limited release of their CD exclusively at Victoria's Secret stores. Yes, Victoria's Secret stores. Nothing sets the seductive mood quite like a revealing underwear and boombox singing lines like, "If you want to get with me, better make it fast." The Spice Girls will also be promoting their comeback by performing at this year's Victoria's Secret fashion show. Personally, I'm really excited to go pick up this CD as my Spice Girls tracks are still on cassette tapes. Like I told you, 9 years. We were in elementary school when Wannabe first came out. And for all you guys out there who also want to go get the CD but are afraid of being caught staring at the bras, you can also get the new CD on iTunes, just without exclusive bonus remixes. The CD will be available for purchase in 3 different forms, some including remixes of your favorite hits, even karaoke tracks to sing along to on your way home for Thanksgiving break. You can pick it up November 13th in participating Victoria's Secret stores, or if you can wait, January 15th at all major retailers.
So, who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Scary. Yours?
Sporty.
You know, I thought she was a man when I was a little girl. I'm still not entirely convinced that she isn't.
I'd have to agree with you. Well, that was fun. But for our next break, we've got a special gift for you, more movie trivia. Yes. So let's get this show on the road, Kristen.
All right, now here's another one for you. By the way, this is so true. Who said you can't come back with a comeback after 8 seconds? You got 3 seconds, 5 tops. It's called a quip, not a slope. Speaking of comebacks, I'll be coming back with the answer right after the break. Alexander as Marcio in Shallow Hal, who said, you can't come back with a comeback after 8 seconds. You got 3 seconds, 5 tops. It's called a quip, not a slope.
Oh, Shallow Hal, that gem of a film.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow as a fat woman. Yeah, sure.
You know what movie I'm actually super stoked to see? American Gangster.
Yeah, tell me about it. You can't go wrong with Denzel, Russell, and Ridley. So let's go to Max for his take on the film. The floor is yours, my friend.
Peter Ustinov once said, it's never worth playing a hero without a weakness or a villain without a heart. Whether or not Denzel Washington or Russell Crowe ever heard this maxim, they certainly believed its message when they signed up for American Gangster. Based on a true story and set primarily in New York and New Jersey during the rise and fall of the Vietnam War, American Gangster is the story of 2 men on their way to being respected. Denzel Washington plays Frank Lucas, a driver for a recently deceased Harlem drug lord who knows he can achieve more than the other criminals if he treats heroin like a serious business and goes straight to the source for his product. Russell Crowe is Detective Richie Roberts, an honest cop amidst corruption with a desire to crack down on the drug problem and repair his damaged personal life. Each man gives us something to love and loathe about him, and we plead with the characters to realize what's most important in their lives when they seem overly concerned with their careers. Director Ridley Scott knows better than to rely on his 2 big stars, and the supporting cast includes Talk to Me's Chiwetel Ejiofor, No Country for Old Men's Josh Brolin, Monk's Ted Levine, Joe Morton, Cuba Gooding Jr., and The RZA are fantastic, giving an epic cast to a film that that's sure to be embraced by audiences. Scott does a great job sticking to the time period and keeping the audience clear and engaged on what's happening, and he makes 3 very wise decisions. With only 4 scenes of violent action, he shows how much Frank Lucas is willing to do to make sure he gets respect and keep it. He reminds us that while Lucas is shaking hands with celebrities, caring for his family, and leading a life of luxury, he is living this way by selling cheap and incredibly potent heroin. Graphic but necessary shots of junkies using show the audience that a serious price is being paid for Frank Lucas to be so happy and powerful. Finally, Scott keeps the violence relatively low but powerful. More explicit scenes of brutality were seen in films like Eastern Promises, but when we care so much about the characters as we do in American Gangster, a single gunshot and a simple spray of blood are all that's needed. I personally don't think American Gangster will win any awards, but audiences will hail it as a classic of its genre. What they'll walk out of the theater with is not the usual story of a criminal anti-hero and how he was taken down, but a story about what matters most to people leading a life of crime and how justice is owed to people on both sides of the law. Haley?
Thanks, Max. And now we've come to the part of the show that I'm most excited about. We've got coverage of the Stars concert from Tuesday night at Stubbs. I was there, and I can tell you this band is amazing. They hooked us up with a great interview, some VIP passes, and they even let us chill with them after the show. Not gonna lie, I felt like a big shot. Thank you, TSTV. Let's take a look at the band that rocked my world and is sure to rock yours.
Hi there, this is Ben.
And I'm Haley.
And we're at Stubbs' Backyard in downtown Austin, and we just got finished interviewing Stars. Yeah. And now we're going in and we're gonna go see the show.
Yeah!
Come on!
We just played the Virgin Festival. Richard Branson. Stay out of rock and roll.
South by is awesome for jeans. Terrible
South
for
by,
music.
South by sucks for music.
It's really hard.
Good for free jeans.
It's really hard to see a good show in 40 minutes.
Yeah, with no sound check.
With no sound check.
After you've seen 15 other shows.
Yeah, it's hard.
In a room filled with 40-year-old dudes on coke
and
their
Red Bull.
third Corona at 2 in the afternoon.
But it's always a good place to get jeans. God knows we need jeans.
We need jeans, Levi's. We love you, Levi's. Please give us more jeans.
Skinny little legs.
I'm begging you. Canada, I would say Austin is the Canada of Texas, for sure. There's no doubt about it. Seems like a pretty chilled out place to me.
Yeah, without the skidoos.
I don't think you're gonna move up to Montreal and join a band and it's all gonna be great. It sucks up there too. Stay here.
Where it's sunny.
Make Austin
every
proud.
day.
No, I mean obviously I'm repulsed by all these people, but I get along with them. I think is the point.
Nonetheless.
I wish they were further away physically from me a great deal of the time. But just over there, if they were just over there, I'd be happy.
We have an interesting collective smell, I've noticed. First thing in the morning is its ripest, once we've all been marinating in each other.
Oh, God.
5 more weeks to go.
It's peppery.
It is peppery. With a hint of
death.
garden rose or flower, with
dying
definitely
rose.
some death.
Some dying DNA. Anytime you open your mouth and sing a song, you've taken on the task of trying to do something beautiful, you know? And
music tames the savage beast.
That's right. So it's just the same thing. We're musicians. We provide that service, you know? Music is a place that almost everybody relates to. It's a sensual place, you know? And we go there and we try and make ourselves feel beautiful.
Thanks for joining us again on another, it's been fun, random, and entertaining, we hope. We don't get paid to make boring television.
Well, actually, we don't get paid at all.
Oh, right. We do it for the love of our viewers. It's all for you. Yes, you. Even you with the bag of Doritos in your hand.
Tune in next week for another great episode of Sneak Peek. Entertainment the way you want it.
टाइपराइटर टिप 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 करता है जिंदगी की हर कहानी लिखता है
टाइपराइटर टिप 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 करता है जिंदगी की हर कहानी लिखता है
टाइपराइटर टिप 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 करता है जिंदगी की हर कहानी लिखता है